So here we are. We've created a new activity, and you can see as I scroll down that my activity is down here. The template is already attached that I created for the kids to do a rhyming activity. And if I want to, I can add instructions right here, voice instructions, or even a multimedia instruction to explain it to them. My problem with putting a multimedia instruction right here is that my kids are most likely not even going to look at it unless I have my instructions down here within the template. And the reason is when they go to do an activity, I'm going to show you. Let me save this real quick. Okay, watch. If I go and assign this activity, and this is a way you can try it out too. You can assign it if you want. You can say edit students and only assign it to your sample student, and then assign it to one class. Then you can and only assign it to your sample student. Your kids won't see it yet. Okay, this is where kids are going to go. And when they go to do their activities, this is what they see. They see this lovely add a response button right here. That's what pops up. And so they click on add a response and it will go to their thing as them. And this is what they see. They're already on page 1. This view instructions button up here, a lot of students, if they are young, will overlook that button. Now, if you press it, it's going to say, I wrote in there, just drag the pictures on the right. But they would have to click on this to see if I had added a multimedia thing. They would still have to click up here on view instructions and then click on the multimedia thing to see the instruction that I had put in there. So I don't put my multimedia instructions in there. I put them right here on my main page. So let me show you how I do it by getting back out of here and let me out. It wants to let me out. I want to delete this and I can't see it. There we go. Okay, so when I'm back in there, add an activity, assign an activity. I'm going to go back to this activity that I was in, open it up so that I can edit it. All right, so here's my editing thing, because you can do this with any that you've already made. I'm going to add it the actual activity. When I am in here, I want to give the students directions. So I add a page or simply duplicate this page since I want to show them how to do it. I'm going to click duplicate page and I have another copy of that page that's exactly the same. Okay. If you don't want to show them example on ones that actually have the answers, ruin the answers for the next page, then I would put extra ones on here in order to do this that were different rhymes. Okay. For our purposes, we'll use this one. So over here on the lovely button right here for recording, I can click the record button and I can make a video for the boys and girls of the screen itself, showing them what I want them to do. Okay, which is absolutely fantastic. Only one problem. The first time I did this, I clicked on it, start recording, and I said, okay, boys and girls, when it is time for you to do this activity, you're looking for rhymes, like frog, dog, log, those rhyming words that have the same sound at the end. So you're going to look at the ones over here on this side. Notice how I'm pointing with my little mouse. Okay, look at the ones over here, and then you're going to click and to drag them over to the other side. Now, sometimes what happened, boys and girls, is if you might have already been on the pencil down here, then if you're on the pencil down here, then when you go to drag yours, it's going to draw a line instead of dragging it. So you're going to have to hit the back button. But what you want to do is click this right here, the little finger one. And that way you can click on stuff and drag it because that's the selection tool right here. Okay, I'm going to stop, pretend that was my thing I did, and I'm going to let you look at it. Listen. Look what happened right here. I'm going to stop my sound. Look what happened right here. All the things I'm saying, and I'm pointing down here and saying, you need to choose the selection tool. Guess what? They can't see it. They can't see the selection tool. It's gone. They can't see the tools over to the left. They're gone. The only tools they can see when I'm doing this video for them is the back button up here, the undo button. I'm sorry, the undo button, and the pages over here to the side. They can see these things and they can see the pages. They cannot see the other stuff. So this is what you need. So here I am saying, look, you've chosen the wrong tool. You need to choose the other. They can't see me saying it. So I have a solution for you for this, okay? Here's what I do. I'm going to stop this from playing now. Hang on. I'm going to close that. Okay, I don't want this one. So I'm going to click on it and hit the delete button, and it's going to get rid of that recording that I just made. We'll make a new recording. Here's how you make the new recording. It sounds like a little bit of trouble, but once you've done it, it's really, really simple. Okay, you need to use your clip art right here, one of your little snip and sketch tools, to click on make a new little sketch, and you're going to take a snippet of this section right here with the selection tool showing and all of the little things there. And you want to save this somewhere in your folders and files so that you can use it next time. Okay, and so write, tools, bottom, okay, for Seesaw, and save that so you can add it later. Right now, I'm gonna click copy. I'm going back to my Seesaw page, so those all disappear. And I'm going to paste this on the middle of my page and drop it down here. Now, when I am pointing to the things, they're going to see these. These will be here. So I'm going to lock them in place. All right. I'm going to do the same thing over on this side. Go down and get whatever snippet tool that you use. You can see I've been doing a lot of snips today. And I'm going to snip a picture of this over here. Now, of course, forgot that I had my little something open that I'm using over there. So you wouldn't want anything open when you do yours. Okay, that's my recording thing showing that. Then I'm going to save, copy it. I'm going to paste it right here. It came in a little small, no problem. Just make it larger. It's almost the right size. It only took me a minute to do that. And once you've saved it into a folder, you can grab it from there if you want to. Now, the other little thing you might run into is I want to lock this over here, but it doesn't want to lock because it's sometimes you can't see these little buttons depending on what's on top of it. So if you can't see the little buttons, it really doesn't matter because you don't have to lock it there. The kids aren't going to be able to move this. This is in your video that you're making. So it's fine if it's just there as long as you know and don't drag it around while you're doing your instruction. Okay, so now I'm ready to record, and they're going to be able to see those tools. If I want them to see the coloring tools, I would have to do the same thing, which would be I'd have to click on a marker. When this shows up, I could do a snippet of it and put it over there. Since for this one, we're not really using the crayons, it's not going to matter whether they see the color tool. All right, I'm going to click back on the selection tool. For my video, actually, I want it to be on the marker to start with so that I can show them something. But I want to first do one other thing. Okay, when you go into record, there is a little arrow that shows up down here that you can use to point at things. But it's an arrow and it doesn't always go the direction you want it to. So that your other choice when you're making a little video for them is, since they can't see your mouse, is to make, just grab a little circle, a heart, whatever you want to use to point. You could use the arrow, but again, you're going to have to flip that arrow around if you make your own. I just grab a little thing. I look at what colors are on the paper. Is this color going to show up well, or should I go with something red maybe that's going to show up nicely when I bounce it around the page? It's my little bouncing ball. All right, so I'm going to set over here. And then I'm ready to start to show them the directions. And then I click over here and start doing my directions, and it goes something like this. Boys and girls, we are going to do a rhyming page today, and you are looking for the words on this side of the page, these pictures, which ones, when you say their name, rhyme with the ones on this side of the page. Okay, so remember what rhyming is. Words like frog, dog, log, they rhyme with each other, and you're looking for ones that rhyme with these three. There's a cat, a car, and a cake. And there, over here, you've got a snake, a hat, and a star. And then you need to try to match up the ones that go together. So one thing you need to make sure of, boys and girls, is you might go to move the star to the place you think it goes. And if you have accidentally, you have your mouse or your pencil is what you've chosen down here at the bottom, then your pencil is going to draw instead of something moving. Let me go back and show you that again. If I go over here to try to get my star and move it, and I'm on the pencil button, oops, now I've made a line across my page. Don't worry, go all the way up to the top. Look, my pencil's still going because I've drawn the wrong thing. And click the back button. That back or that undo button is what we're supposed to call it. The undo button or the oopsie doopsie day button. And it will make things erase that you accidentally did. And then you want to come back down to the bottom and click down here on your selection tool, the one with the little pointed finger, because that's going to let you move things around the page. Always remember that. Then you grab your star, you bring it over, you put it where it goes. So you can get the idea. I'm going to give the students all the directions that I want them to do. And then when I'm done recording, I click done. This becomes one big thing on the whole screen, this video. So that if I want to keep it to make sure the kids watch it, I'm going to lock it here. When my students come to do this activity and click on this, they're now going to see this video. And as you can see, I've got the sound turned down so you can't hear me talking, but you see how my ball is moving around? It's fabulous. And all of these icons to the left and to the bottom, the students see them as if they're really the icons that they're going to see because we have pasted them on there. Okay, so it works out really well for the kids. I know they're going to watch it because it's the first page that pops up rather than them having to go up and look at the view instructions button. And they're going to watch that entire video. All right. Which I didn't finish, but they would finish watching it. And when they're done, then they can click on the next page and do their assignment, and the next page and do their assignment. And when they click the green button to turn it in, it's going to come to me and I will see all the work that they have done just as usual. Okay, so this is why I like to put my instructions on that first page if I'm going to be showing and demonstrating how to move things around the page. And this way they can't miss it and they can't skip it. I hope that this has helped you out with some ideas that you can use when you are using Seesaw with your students and they need extra directions. Have a great day. This is Ms. Peppermint saying learning is fabulous.